Four-Stroke Freedom channel here. So today I decided to do a quick walk around video of some of the updates and aftermarket parts I put on my 2022 Kawasaki KLR650 so far. I've been receiving a lot of questions in the comments about that. Also, I should say I have about 400 miles on this bike already. So I did decide to just try and do all the updates I could straight away. So let's go ahead and have a walk around. Okay, so let's have a look here. One of the first things I did to my bike, actually, and a lot of you have asked about these, the Versys, if I'm saying that correctly, X Factory handguards. And I think crash protection or handguards like this are absolutely vital, especially on a bike, a dual sport bike like this that will definitely be taken off-road by me. And one of the things I had to do was actually, I found some old plumbing washers that I put in there for now, just as sort of a stopgap measure. I needed some washer in place and that's all I had. So maybe I'll change those out eventually, but actually it looks kind of cool with the orange bike as well and the white. So maybe I'll keep that there. Another thing I just added today, just because I think they look kind of cool, is this Pro Taper crossbar cover. And of course, I mean, it's not an enduro bike. I mean, I'm not going to be doing jumps and stuff like that, but it looks kind of cool. And I just think it fits the look of the bike. Maybe it would offer some protection if I did do something crazy and I did crash the bike. Another thing that I added, very important. Actually, another one of the first things I added was the Quadlock here, the phone mount on the GPS bar that comes with the bike. And that's lovely. I've used Quadlock products for about 6 months now. I started to use them in Thailand as well when I was there, and fantastic mounts. I even saw someone crash with a Quadlock mount on their bike, and it was completely intact. It wasn't intact. It was incredible. The other thing that I did, I did get the base model, right? This is the base model, 2022, no ABS. And one of the things I did add as well is this accessory outlet, right? So I can charge my phone on my Quadlock mount. And great experience, 3D Cycle Parts, if you want to look them up. Fantastic experience with that retailer. And actually, I have to shout out and give them a great review as well, because I had a bit of trouble with install, which they helped me with. But it's actually really easy, and it's a lot cheaper than buying it from the factory. So great addition. The last thing I actually did, the crash bars, or I think Kawasaki calls them frame sliders. I'm not wild about these frame sliders, but they do offer a bit of protection, and to be honest, we don't really have any other options right now. Maybe there'll be a few in the next 6 months or few months or so, but for right now, this is the only option I had for crash protection. I would prefer something that goes up the sides of the bike to the fairings, like what I had on my last bike, my Versys 650. Just gives a bit of extra protection. And I'll make one more mention, just some of the things that I would like to have. As others have complained, forgive my bike, it's a little bit dirty. It's really hard to use the shift lever when I have my boots on. So because of that, I've been using my riding shoes more. I purchased some new riding boots and I haven't even worn them that much because it is difficult. So maybe we'll see something aftermarket. Someone can come up with some solution for that in the short or long term. And one last thing I was going to mention. One of the things that I loved about my Versys 650, my 2018, you probably saw one of my videos the other day, about it is that it had an LED taillight. Now, I do believe they make LED taillight kits for the 2018 models that would also fit this. But for me, from a safety standpoint, I have seen the bulbs go out in the taillight and people riding without taillights quite often because motorcycles and motorbikes are such a standard form of transportation in Thailand. I just feel more comfortable having an LED light. Anyways, that concludes my thoughts. If you want to know about cargo options, I bought a waterproof bag to go on the top, and I also have just some waterproof soft bags for the sides. The reason for that, I love the convenience of hard panniers, but since I plan on taking this bike on the beach a lot, I don't want to hurt myself if I fall off. So they're super convenient. I love hard panniers. But in this case, this gives me a lot of flexibility with this little rack here. All right, well, anyways, it's a pleasure once again. If you have any other questions, like I said, don't be afraid to ask me in the comments. I love interacting with you guys. And remember, please like and subscribe. Thank you all.